Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to my second mock draft, my mock draft 2.0, the second one in my weekly series up until the NFL draft. No face cam today, but it'll be back next week. But here we are with my second mock draft, as I've already mentioned, and it's going to be a little bit different. Overall, it'll stay about the same. Um, like some picks, like this first one, they'll stay the same. But the main one I want to focus on for this one that'll change the draft quite drastically. If you go and watch my last one and this one, and compare where I had the players going, this pick right up here, this second pick for the Jets, really dictates a lot of what's going to happen. It dictates who the Falcons get, who these two get, or it affects all the stuff down the line. So yeah, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. The first one, clearly, Trevor Lawrence. I don't feel like I need to go into much depth with that. So yeah, Trevor Lawrence, first overall pick. So next for the New York Jets, I took Penei Sewell in my first one. Now it's between Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields has a slightly higher floor than Zach Wilson does, but Zach Wilson also might have a slightly higher ceiling, though they're both really about even. They're about even. So really, whoever you prefer, go ahead and take like either one. I personally like Fields a little bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and go Justin Fields second overall. Now the Miami Dolphins, you could take offensive line to help protect Tua. We don't want what happened to Burrow to happen to Tua, so we could take Penei Sewell, or we could take Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Waddle, maybe even Pitts, just to help him get rid of the ball faster. And we're gonna go with Penei Sewell for this third overall pick. Another pick that could go a variety of different ways, influencing the entire rest of the draft. I do think that is a potential spot for teams to trade up, is that third overall pick. But yeah, I'm not doing, I can't do trades because money. But yeah, I think if they stay here, Penei Sewell or one of these three right here. Next, the Atlanta Falcons, easy pick, Zach Wilson. They give him a year to learn behind Matt Ryan, who is honestly a very good quarterback. Has a lot of experience. He may not be the greatest of quarterbacks right now, but he has won an MVP, so a lot to teach Zach Wilson. And if Alex Smith can do it, so can Matt Ryan. Next, an offensive tackle for the Bengals. It's the easiest pick. It's one of the easiest picks in the draft. You can't have Burrow continuing to get hit. He's not a mobile quarterback, can't escape. You need to protect him bad. Next for the Eagles, they could go one of five different ways, I guess you could say. Really one of two. Either you go wide receiver or you go cornerback here. It's all depending on what you value more. This TDN thinks they need a wide receiver more, which if you want Hurts or Wentz to produce at all, then yes, you need a wide receiver. I think that's the way I'm going to go here. I could see any of these three going. I personally think Waddle is the best of the receivers, followed by Chase and then Smith. But really, it's 1A, B, and C. I don't get mad. I wouldn't get mad if you had Smith 1, Chase 2, Waddle 3. I wouldn't care. They're all about even. But I'm going to go ahead and I think I might have given him Waddle in the last one. No, I gave him Smith. So we're going to go ahead and give him Waddle this time. Nice receiver there for whoever their quarterback is going to be. Next for the Detroit Lions, as I said in the last one, they're fairly sold on Jared Goff for now. Do I get that? No. But in a realistic draft, they're probably not taking Trey Lance. Should they? Probably. But I'm going to have him go ahead and have him take Devonta Smith. A nice separator will actually probably keep Jared Goff there for a little bit longer. Next, the Carolina Panthers. I could see this going to it. You could go Trey Lance as an established Bridgewater as an official bridge quarterback, or you go Kyle Pitts here, or Jamar Chase because he's the best player available. I think you go Trey Lance because it's going to be the popular. It's who most Most teams have him taking a quarterback. I don't know why I'm highlighting North Dakota State. Most teams have him taking a quarterback. And I think Trey Lance is actually a very good prospect. Not quite rated as low as TDN has, but he's a very good prospect, and I think fits very well with the Carolina Panthers. Next, the Denver Broncos. I talked about him in my last video. You could either go cornerback or you go edge here. I went cornerback last time with Surtain, I believe, is what I went with. But we're going to switch it up. We're going to go Kwity Paye here. Just because if they don't bring Von Miller back, that is honestly a bigger need to me that they work on the edge. They do have Bradley Chubb on the defensive line, but you need someone opposite. Kwity Paye will help a lot. For the Cowboys, you could go cornerback or offensive tackle. Looking at the offensive tackle, I don't really like anyone here. Cosme and Darius are nice, but I do think I'm going to go ahead and go cornerback with Patrick Surtain for the Dallas Cowboys. Next, the New York Giants. They luck into Ja'Marr Chase. He's the best player available at pick 11. Yeah, that's a fairly simple pick for the Giants to make, unless you want to go ahead and take Kyle Pitts, which I could also see them doing. But I'll have them going with Ja'Marr Chase for now. Next, as you can see here, biggest need, cornerback. We don't know for sure if Richard Sherman's coming back or not. So, or if any of their cornerbacks are coming back for that matter. So Caleb Farley is the pick here. The Chargers definitely need offensive linemen. I would agree that is by far their biggest need. Now it's just which one of these is your favorite. For me, it is Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. I think he's a great pass blocker and help the passing offense and specifically Herbert flourish as two Virginia Tech guys go off the board back to back. Next for the Vikings, could go offensive tackle here, but I do think I agree with him. Interior is the much bigger need, so we're going to go ahead and give them Alijah Vera-Tucker, who I think is a very great prospect, and I think it'll help Dalvin Cook out a bit more than will Kirk Cousins in the passing game, but still it'll help all parties. And the Patriots, I'm going to not talk about too much in depth. Kyle Pitts, they need a weapon, one of the easiest picks in the draft. Now the Arizona Cardinals, they need a cornerback, could go J.C. Horn. Very, very well could go J.C. Horn. Or you could go running back with Harris or ETN. Or maybe Cosme Parsons. But we're going to go ahead and I've never done this before, just for fun drafts or whatever. We're going to go ahead and give them Najee Harris, best running back in the draft. They need a running back. Why not? Will it happen in real life? Absolutely not. But, yeah, why not? Next, for the Oakland Raiders, they love edge. They love speed. I think Micah Parsons works perfectly. He's a very versatile linebacker. And I like the fit a lot with him on the Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry. So next, the Miami Dolphins. They need a playmaking wide receiver now. And for me, that is Rondale Moore out of Purdue. I love Rondale Moore. You can go ahead and read their little draft. You can pause it if you want to. But I like Rondale Moore a lot. I think he just opens a lot of doors for Tua. I love that pick right there. Now here I see for whatever reason, I see a lot of Washington reaching on Mac Jones, which I get they need a quarterback. But I guess they don't have one. I mean, they got Taylor Heineke. He's not really the answer. But if I'm Washington, I'd prefer to go out and get one in free agency. I know I can't predict that they will in this. So in that case, I guess I will go Mac Jones. I don't think they really should. But there's this strong chance that they will. Or they could be one of the ones to trade up for this third overall pick. We've seen it before with Tennessee did it in 2017 when they were successful made the playoffs, but still wanted that other playmaker draft. Traded up for Corey Davis. Granted, they did in the 2016 draft, but we could see something like that with Washington as they trade up and try and get a quarterback in Wilson or Fields or Lance, whoever they want. If I were them, it wouldn't be Mac Jones at 19. Now for the Bears, I'll go back to it. I don't think you reach at Kyle Trask at 20. Bit too high. Could it happen? There's a strong chance. Should it happen? Absolutely not. I think they need an offensive tackle because we have seen Mitch Trubisky play very well when he is given time. So for them, I'm going to go ahead and draft Jalen Mayfield, even though he isn't necessarily a pass-blocking tackle. He does fit their role of tackle a little bit better. Like it helped David Montgomery out quite a bit. Next, for the Indianapolis Colts, I think you go J.C. Horn here. A very good cornerback, very physical, outside presence. Makes them one of the best defenses in the league. Now for the Tennessee Titans, it's a little bit of a trickier one for me. I think their edge is their biggest need. I think they would have great success with a player like Gregory Rousseau, who is typically seen as a developmental piece. Or Joseph Ossai. I could see even having success with the other one, Jalen Phillips. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give him Gregory Rousseau. I think overall they'll go edge. The only other pick I could see them, the only other picks or so I could see them taking is Rashad Bateman or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Sorry. But yeah, instead I see Rashad Bateman going here to the Jets. They need a wide receiver one. Bateman could come in and be that wide receiver one day one. Either that or Samuel Cosme, who will go here to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alejandro Villanueva is a free agent, so can't bank on him being here. So they go ahead and go with Samuel Cosme, which then for the Jags, again, using Burrow as an example, but it's putting a lot of, my guess is it's putting a lot of fear into teams' heads. Got to protect your quarterback. They go with Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State. Great prospect. Really love watching his film. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns. Linebacker, I think, is one of their biggest needs. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, perfect fit. Also in the running for J.J. Watt, which would really cement them as a contender in the AFC. Well, I guess just the NFL because contender. Anyway, the Baltimore Ravens, they need an edge. Joseph Ossai still here. Easy pick right there. Next, the New Orleans Saints. They need a wide receiver that can get open. They need that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and give them Kadarius Toney, one of the better athletes overall in this class. Track star, football star. Great pickup right there for the New Orleans Saints. Now, would this ever happen for the Packers? No. We're going to go ahead and give them a wide receiver, Terrace Marshall Jr. Rodgers needs help on offense. Devontae Adams needs someone else to take attention away. Even still, not really. And Terrace Marshall is the way to go for that. Will it happen? Again, no. They just don't take receivers in the first round. I don't get it. But they'll take one here just for the sake of the mock draft and help Aaron Rodgers out a bit. Next for the Bills, I'm going to go Zaven Collins as a very good linebacker prospect. Slipped down the board a little bit. Amazing player. Amazing from Tulsa. One of the better defensive players in college football this year. So he goes to pick number 30 with the Buffalo Bills. Next, the Kansas City Chiefs. Their biggest need is definitely a wide receiver. However, I don't really see one you take here. In which case, I would look to the offensive line, as we saw them get destroyed by the Bucs pass rush. And for that, we're going to go Liam Eichenberg. I like him a lot. He's not as high on other people's boards, but I like Liam Eichenberg. I think he's a very good tight end, or not tight end, offensive tackle. But yeah, he goes 31st. And then 32nd to the Buccaneers could be Travis Etienne, but I'm going to go ahead and give him Jalen Phillips, a nice edge rusher. And that'll do it for this mock draft. If you just want a quick refresher on who was taken, here are all the picks. And yeah, if you could get this video up to 5 likes, that would be amazing. And I will see you all later. Adios.